So I was telling you that we have completed 3 chapters till now, okay, in your science. So this is the last chapter. Today we are going to start. All of you take out page number 95 in your book. So the chapter that we are going to start today is motion and measurement of distances. Okay, before that, please, those who have still not completed their work, they must complete their works. So motion and measurement of distances, first of all, see the name of the chapter is motion and measurement of distances. So first of all, before starting it, you must understand the title of the chapter. Harshdeep. Okay, so yes, what is the name of the chapter? That is the motion and measurement of distances. So you should know the meaning of motion, measurement, and distance. Can anyone tell me? Does anyone know what is the meaning of motion? Okay, I'll tell you in a simple thing I will do. So just look here. So I have a marker with me. Okay, so this marker, if I will put it here, so now this marker is at rest. Okay, why it is at rest? Because it is not moving. So this marker is at rest now, but if I just hit it like this, so what happened? So this marker has traveled the distance from here, from this point, I'll mark this point, and till here. So when this marker was just moving from this point to this point, then it was in, we will say that it was in motion. Okay, so when this marker, first of all, it was just lying here, so then it was in the rest stage. Okay, it was not moving, but when I just hit it, so then it traveled from here to here. So that is known as the motion. Motion means movement of something. Okay, motion means movement of something. And now, okay, motion, you understood. Motion means when any body is in the movement, when any body is moving, then that is called motion. Clear? So this pen, this marker, if it is moving like this, so then it is in motion. But if it is just lying here, then it is at rest. So this is at rest, body is at rest, and then body is in motion. Clear? So this is the distance it has covered. So now I'm telling you the meaning of 3 terms: motion, measurement, and the distance. So motion, I have told you that when any object is moving, so it is in motion. So it has covered this distance. So what is distance? It is the length of the space between 2 points. Okay, so this was the starting point. This is the ending point. So this whole, you can say, this whole length of space, it is known as distance. Clear? And if I measure it with the scale, so I have a scale with me, so if I measure this point with a scale, so then I will come to know the measurement of the distance. Clear? The title of the chapter, understood? Motion and measurement of distances. So that is what we are going to study in this chapter. That is the different modes of transport. What was the history? How when first cycle came, first wheel came, then cycle, then buses, auto rickshaws. So there was an advancement in the science and technology also, and slowly we got the standard units. Earlier, there was no scale used for the measurement. Okay, if you go to the olden times, so ancient times, there was no such standard units of measurement. Then how do people used to measure the distances? So there were traditional methods of measuring the distances by hand span, okay, or by foot span, okay, that we call, or by cubit also. What is cubit? Cubit is the length of from your elbow to your tip of the finger. So this is known as one cubit, cubit, cubit. So these were the traditional methods which were used to measure the distances in the ancient times. But slowly, then there was a discovery of scale. Okay, so earlier they used to use strings also to measure the distances. So that all we are just going to do the introduction part today. So open up your books. Let us read the beginning of the chapter. Okay, so I hope you understood now. If there is any doubt in motion, measurement, and distance, you should know these three terms. Motion means when the object is moving. Okay, distance means the length of the space that the object has covered from the starting point to the ending point, and measurement means when you measure that distance covered with the help of some any traditional method or any advanced method. Okay, so they say that there was a general discussion among the children in Paheli and Bujho's class about the places they had visited during the summer vacation. So we all like to go on vacations. Okay, we all like to go out, but now is the time that we cannot go out, so we have to stay at home. But we are talking about the normal times, when there are normal times, so everything is normal, so then we go out for the vacations in the summer holidays. Someone had gone to their native village by a train, then a bus, and finally a bullock cart. One student had traveled by an aeroplane also. Another spent many days of his holidays going on fishing trips in his uncle's boat. So what did you understand in this paragraph? That so many students, they went to their native places, someone went to their uncle's home, someone traveled by bus, someone traveled by train. So we have different modes of transport, means for traveling from one place to another. We have so many modes of transport. We have buses, trains, aeroplanes. Okay, bullock carts are also there where there is no proper buses and trains are running. So then the teacher then asked them to read newspaper articles that mentioned about small wheeled vehicles that moved on the soil of Mars and conducted experiments. So you know that we have advanced so much, means we have gone to the Mars also, to the moon also. So you know that these are known as what? The vehicles which go in the space, the spacecrafts. Okay, so that is the advancement in the science and technology that we have invented. The men have invented so many different modes of transport, from going from for traveling even short distances and longer distances also. Okay, short distances we go by rickshaw, or we take our activa and we go to the market. Okay, and but if you want to go travel any long distance, we want to go far, then we have to take bus or train or plane, or if you want to go to the space, then spacecraft will be there. Fine. Meanwhile, Paheli had been reading stories about ancient India and wanted to know how people traveled from one place to another in earlier times. So I told you that in earlier times it was not like that. Now you see, we see now we travel by bus, train, aeroplanes, but in ancient times there were no such things. So then how do people used to travel? कैसे travel करते थे लोग? Long ago, people did not have any means of transport. कि बहुत पहले, हाँ, we are studying the history of transport, okay? Because our chapter is dealing with distances. So distance means what? Traveling from one place to another. So in ancient times, there were no such things. Buses, planes were not there. So how do people used to go from one place to another? They used to move only on foot. या तो वो पैदल जाते थे and carry goods either on their back or using animals. So either they used to carry their bags on their back, on their shoulders, or they used to take animals with them like donkey, horses, camels. So they used to load their burden on them and they used to take them to wherever they want to go. Okay. For transport along water routes. So water routes means, what are water routes? When they used to cross any this river, okay, small pond. So boats were used for ancient times. So then they used to use boats. To begin with, boats were simple logs of wood in which a hollow cavity could be made. So that the boats which we see today, with the boats which we see today that have a streamlined shape, they are just pointed at the end, and then it becomes wide again. At the end it becomes again pointed. So these were the shapes, that are the shapes of the boat today that we have, that are known as streamlined shapes. Okay, the boat, the shape of the boat, shape of the aeroplane, that are known as streamlined. Streamlined means they cut the air so that they easily move in the water or in the air. Okay, streamlined shapes that we will study in another chapter, but just I'm telling you that the shapes of the boats and the aeroplanes are streamlined shapes. Okay, then what happened? So that time in ancient times जो boats use होती थी, वो boats सिर्फ एक simple, the trunk of the tree, जो tree का trunk होता है मोटा सा, उसको काट के they used to make a hollow cavity in between. बीच में से सारा वुड को निकाल देते थे, बीच में से बैठने के लिए जगह बना लेते थे, एंड ओनली those logs of wood were used as boats. So these were the boats of ancient times. But now they are specially made, they are specially cut out of wood, and they are given the shapes of streamline. Okay, so now we have the modern boats, but that time there were no modern boats. They simply used the logs of wood for crossing the rivers. Then later people learned to put together different pieces of wood and give shapes to the boats. So I told you, then they used to give shapes to the boats. These shapes imitated the shapes of the animals living in water. You know what is which are the animals living in water? Like we have fishes. Okay, so what is the shape of the fish? Shape of the fish is also like this. Okay, so that is the shape of the fish. The shape of the fish is also streamlined. What do you mean by streamlined? Streamline, what is the spelling of streamline? Can anyone tell me the spelling of streamline? Streamlined, you write down in your book, or it is given here. See, on the second column, on this page only, on the first page, second column, third line. Streamlined shape of fish. Underline this word. These words, streamlined shape of fish. So fishes also have streamlined shape. So this streamlined shape easily let the water cut. Okay, so that makes it easily to move. Just I'll show you it. So this is very important. Okay, so that I'll show you that later. Okay, so streamlined shape of fish, same way boats are also made like that. So why so? Because of the streamlined shape of the fish, the fishes are uh, they are that makes them easy to move in the water. Okay, they cut the water. Similarly the boats are also made like that. Okay, then what happened? So then earlier only boats were used. That was also of the primitive types, like the logs of the wood, and the hollow cavity was made between them. Then happened invention of the wheel came. Okay, so these are the, you can say, this is the hierarchy of the. Okay, I just got disconnected. Just wait. Yashu Madan, I want to talk to you. See how comfortable you are lying. Can you just sit up and listen properly? Sit properly, get up. Sit and listen. Sit and listen. If you want to sit like this, then you should better put your video off. I know you are at homes, but at least you should, maintain the decorum of the class. This is class going on. I'm also sitting. What if I also lay on the bed and I will teach you like this? है ना? मैं भी ऐसे पढ़ाऊं? Then how would you feel? You will feel sleepy. Ki ma'am is sleeping, so we should also lie down and sleep. So the same effect comes on us. Okay, when the student in front of us are lying down on the bed, so we also don't feel good. So at least maintain the discipline in the class. This is the class that we are taking. Otherwise, put your video off, then don't show it that you are lying. Clear? You're a good student, you're a good boy. Okay, any doubt till here? Anybody wants to speak anything? Yes, Manvi? Just take a break. Yes, Manvi. Rajwant ma'am, unmute Manvi.
Okay, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Manvi.
Ma'am, please repeat the spelling. Who invented steam
Steam
engine?
engine. Thomas Savery. Let me just write down if I have. Okay, so just wait. It is Thomas Savery. Yeah. So earlier,
Okay, ma'am.
then
Thank you.
later on, it was improved by one more person. Some say that James Watt invented steam engine, but James Watt, he was the person who improved it. James Watt. This also you write down, because somewhere you will find that James Watt invented steam engine. But earlier, the very first engine was invented by Thomas Savery, but later on it was improved by James Watt. Okay. So somewhere you will find James Watt also, but don't get confused. Okay. Then what? After that, invention of wheel came. Okay. After wheel, there is steam engine. Okay. Okay, invention of steam engine introduced a new source of power. Railroads were made from steam engine driven carriages and wagons. Now see figure 10.1. Can you all look here? Figure 10.1. So many modes of transport are given. Now you raise hand, those who can tell me that which came first. You have to arrange them according to the chronological order, that which mode of transport came first and which came the last one. Okay, Astik, yes, unmute. Rajwant ma'am, unmute Astik.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Astik, unmute.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yes.
Ma'am, first bullock cart,
Okay.
then
Yes.
cycle,
Very good.
then steam engine.
Steam engine. Steam engine or bus? It is not steam engine. It is a big ship.
Ma'am, train.
It is a big ship.
Ma'am, no, ma'am. Ma'am, no.
Out
Ma'am,
of the
last one,
pictures.
ma'am, train.
Last is train.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Last is not
Ma'am,
train.
then
Last is not train. Last is aeroplane. Okay, anyone else? Yes, Rian. Rajwant ma'am, unmute Shriyan.
Ma'am, first was ma'am cart, and then ma'am cycle,
Yes.
ma'am ma'am then bus,
Okay.
uh, and then ma'am and then ship,
Ship or train?
uh, oh sorry train, then ship,
First train.
and the
First
last
train.
one is
Actually,
aeroplane.
yes, first train because steam engine. came first. Okay, so steam engine came first, and then these electric trains, and that we have bullet trains, and that came later. But steam engine came first, so trains will come first, and then these big ships, and lastly the aeroplanes. Okay, so it is written here also. Okay, see here. So then first wheel. Okay, first the boats which were there, simple boats made from the logs of the wood, then invention of wheel. Okay, then the steam engine, then railroads, and on the next page later came automobiles. Steam engine के बाद automobiles आए थे, like motorized boats and ships were used as means of transport on water. The early years of 1900 saw the development of aeroplanes. Who invented aeroplane? This is a very general question which you always read in your general knowledge book, GK book. Anyone can tell me who invented aeroplane? Yes, Manya. Okay, so many people know. Very good. Rajwant ma'am, unmute Jasnoor.
मैम शिवाकर तलपदे.
शिवागर तलपति कौन है? राजू मैम,
मैम he invented aeroplane.
unmute Jasnoor. Jasnoor is raising hand for the first time. Yes, Jasnoor. Jasnoor.
Ma'am, Wright brothers.
Yes, very good. Right. And what is the spelling of right? Two brothers were there who invented aeroplane.
Ma'am, WR.
Yes, WRIGHT. Okay, Wright brothers. WRIGHT. You write down here. So you must know who invented wheel, the ancient Greek people. Okay, then who invented steam engine? Thomas Avery, later on improved by James Watt. Who invented aeroplane? Wright brothers. Two brothers were there. I don't know the names exactly, but they were known as the Wright brothers. Wright, R-I-G-H-T near W-R-I-G-H-T, the Wright brothers. Okay, these were later improved to carry passengers and goods. Electric trains, बाद में आई, monorail, supersonic airplanes, and spacecraft are some of the 20th century contributions. Okay, spacecraft came the last. Then figure 10.1 shows some of the different modes of transport. Place them in the correct order from the earliest modes of transport to the most recent one that we have already done. Are there any of the early modes of transport that are not in use today? So can you think that any means of transport which is not in use today? Anyone? Which is not in use today? कि जो पहले पुराने टाइम में यूज होता था but now it is not being used. Yes, Gunpreet. Rajan ma'am, allow them to unmute now.
Ma'am, bullock cart.
Okay, bullock cart now, but you can still see it somewhere being used by the village people. Villages mein, rural areas mein, still it is being used. Anything else?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, yes,
Ma'am, may I?
sure, yes.
Horses, elephants.
Okay, yes. So now you can say that Tonga. Have you heard of Tonga?
Horses.
Yes, Tonga is also a vehicle, na? So it is very rare to see Tonga now. Okay, very rare to see Tonga. So these are the early modes of transport which are not being used today, or very less, you can say very rare in very remote areas. Still there are areas in India where still efficient transport system is not there. वहाँ पे buses तक नहीं जाती हैं. So there people used to use these bullock carts and all these things. Okay. Then next topic is how far have you traveled? How wide is this desk? So we are slowly going to the advancement. Okay, earlier we are now we have studied the history that how the modes of transport were there. So now we will study that how far have you traveled and how wide is this disk. How did people know how far they have traveled? उनको कैसे पता लगता था कि वो कितना उन्होंने ट्रेवल कर लिया है? Now you also now so you are not coming to school, but when you are coming to school every day, so have you ever observed that how much distance are you traveling from your home to school every day? Can anyone tell me how much distance do you travel from your home to school every day in kilometers? Okay, nobody knows. You see, tell ma'am we have not ever observed. So how will you know whether you can walk all the way to your school or whether you will need to take a bus or a rickshaw to reach your school? This so you know at least. Okay, so this is the general idea. See, if I know that my school is very near, so I can go on foot. But if my school is far, so then I have to take some rickshaw or school bus. Okay, that so you know, that you understand. So when you need to purchase something, is it possible for you to walk to the market? So these are the general predictions, you can say, that you must observe around yourself, that how much is the distance. So you understand, if you want to go to a shop which is nearby your house, you will go on foot or by cycle. But if you want to go to the market, want to go any shop which is very far away, so then you will be taking your mother or father with you, then you will be going on Activa or your car. Okay, so how will you know the answers to these questions? Now underline this line. It is often important to know. Underline this line. 1, 2, 3. In this topic, how far have you traveled? Third paragraph. It is often important to know how far a place is so that we can have an idea how we are going to reach that place. Walk, take a bus or a train, a ship, an aeroplane, or even a spacecraft. Okay, so these are the things. That means we should have a general idea that how we are going to travel that distance where we want to go. Sometimes these are objects whose length or width we need to know. Now in Paheli and Bujo's classroom, there are large desks which are to be shared by two students. So now you know that in the classroom you sit on the desk, and on every desk there are two students who are sitting. Okay, so that means it is understood that out of that full desk, half desk is of the one person and half desk is of the other person. Okay, so Paheli and Bujo share one desk but frequently end up fighting that the other is using a larger share of the desk. Do you fight like this? Do you fight like, or have you ever fight with your friend in the school that he or she is using a larger portion of the desk? Can anyone share any experience? Okay, Daksh.
मैम
Okay,
मेरा पहले से हैंड रेज है.
okay. Anyone who wants to share the experience? किसी की fight हुई हो school में, then when you know we are sharing one desk and the other